Hey there, what's up thrift fam? It's been a little while since I've done a video and I figured I'd just make a little one today just to get back into the swing of things and show you all the contents of my bug out bag. If you haven't seen it before, this is everything that was inside. Let me show you this. I had this little Scavallini bag. It's still got the bottle of water in the side there, and this was a little bag that I had lying around. It was part of a promotional giveaway that was handed down to me, and if you remember a little while ago, in fact as recent as last weekend, if I can find it anywhere, which I don't seem to be able to right now, which is typical, but anyway, I found a Oakley backpack the other day, and I also found a Herschel backpack. So pretty much what I'm going to do is maybe switch it up, the contents of the Scavallini, and put everything into the new Oakley bag once I can remember where I put it. And I did have it at hand a second ago, but it's gone, and I'm still operating very much in the exhaustion levels due to my work scheduling and the NBA playoffs is making it extremely busy for me at the moment. So let's just come down and have a little look. Now, everything in front of you, believe it or not, has come from the dollar store, my local Dollarama, and none of these items cost more than $4 each, and some of them were less than that, but the most expensive being $4. And you know, I'm not really sure how useful this would be, but it's more useful than not having a bug out bag. And you can see I've got a little tin cup here with one of those not carbines, whatever those are called, I always forget. You know, I've got a little compass here, another one of these little moldy tool things. It's a clip, and it's also got a knife and some scissors. We've got a little knife here, another little kind of cheap Swiss Army knife type thing, moldy tool. We've got ourselves a little flashlight there. One of these things you see lots of preppers wearing. It's got a little compass, a little knife, and there's some paracord. This here is a little boo-boo kit, first aid kit that I put together. Got some very basic necessities in there for you if you know, for cuts and scrapes. Here I've got some tent spikes and some tent clips, and these are LED. I don't know if you saw that, but they have a little LED flashlight in there, if you can see. So when it gets dark, that lights up, gives you a little bit of illumination. I got a survival candle. At the back here is my kind of fire lighting stuff. I've got some fire lighters here, fire starter matches, little thing like that, where you know, a fire starter there. Some alcohol that gets fires going and also can be used in first aid conditions. Hand sanitizer, again, multi-purpose, fire lighter. Mix it with this, we can make a fire lighting gel or some kind of napalm. And again, hand sanitizer, you can sanitize your hands. In here, I'm not going to get it out, is a little shovel type thing. You screw it together, and you got a little picking, like a pickaxe or a little shovel, and I've also got a wire saw in there. Got an axe. That's pretty heavy duty, and probably be able to cut down a tree. We've got this nice Shimano fishing fillet knife. That's pretty sharp, pretty handy to have. Maybe not a Rambo knife, but still not too shabby for $4. In here I've got a water filter, a little fold down water filter. Yeah, it's tucked in there. I don't want to get it out too much. In the top here I have some space blankets, shoulder, and in the bottom I have a foldable bowl. And this was part of a bag that kind of fell to pieces on me as I was building my bug out bag in the early days, so I've still kept that because it's kind of a handy little thing to keep stuff in, and you can just grab that as and when you need it. It's got a bowl, a water filter, and some space blankets. This was the only thing that didn't come from the dollar store, and this is something I actually found on the street, and this is an industrial grade see-through trash sack, garbage bag, and the reason I've got this is this can be a very, very quick emergency super shelter. You can climb inside of it, you can see where you're going. It's going to keep you dry, keep the wind out, and will offer you a greenhouse effect. And also, you know, you can put it over your equipment to keep it dry if you were camping out or something like that. You could even use it to collect water as long as it had no leaks. Excuse me. What have we got here? So I've got a little emergency tent, and look, $2.50. So we've got a tent, and it's got some string in there, and it's basically just a very, very big space blanket, Mylar sheet. But combined with this heavy duty tarp, which was $4, we can make ourselves a little tent if need be, and then we can climb in here and wrap ourselves up with some sleeping bag, space blankets to make a sleeping bag if we need to. Then we've got some paracord here, some rope, outdoor cord, 30 meters, so we can put our tents up. I've got this 20-liter, I think it's 20-liter. Water container that folds down, got a little pouring spout, pretty heavy duty. And I have this other emergency water container, which was carries 5 liters. Now that was $2.50, and this was $4. Now this is a much better buy than this, although it's a couple of $1.50 more. We'll be able to carry 4 times the amount of this. So this might be an item that we take out because we've already got one storage water storage unit. Got a bowl, I've got a water filter, and we've got a sack. So all of these things, I've even got a little bowl here, but all of these things could be utilized as water supplies and water carriers. So I'm not sure if this might be a little bit overkill. I mean, it's better to have and not need than to need and not have, but that might be something that we leave out. So as I said, everything in front of you here came from my local dollar store. Actually, a couple of different dollar stores, actually, one close to work and one close to where I live. And everything here, as I said, is from the dollar store, and nothing cost more than $4 an item. So I haven't really worked out the total cost of everything, because I've forgotten a couple of prices. Oh, this was something I had, a little pop-up lantern that we've got some batteries for somewhere. We might put in to make sure that that works if I have the right batteries. But there, yeah, I mean, that's a little bug out bag if you're into that kind of thing. This is something that I put together at the dollar store, really more for fun than actual real life purposes. But you know, hey, if I ever did need to have to be bugging out for any reason, then I do have this stuff here. But pretty much we're calling it a bug out bag. It's just a very inexpensive camping kit, really and truly. Very basic needs covered. You know, if you chuck in a little bit of food in there, you pretty much got a decent little survival kit, I would think. You know, you're not going to be able to fix any broken legs or deep gashes, but we've got a little first aid kit. We've got some shelter, we've got some weaponry, we've got some fire starting, and we've got some ways to eat our food and carry some water. I've got a couple of little knives and a compass. So nothing very fancy, nothing elaborate, and certainly nothing expensive, people, which is the most important thing about being a thrifty prepper, is we don't want to be spending too much money on things we may not have to need or use. And certainly we hope we don't have to need or use these things, but if we do, then we do have it. Now, I don't know how, if you tested these items up against some of the more expensive things, they would work. I mean, this little cup was, I think, $2.50, and I've seen these like for $10, $15 on Amazon and other websites like this. I'm just thinking to myself, how better do they contain water or coffee or tea than this one? And tapping it on my knee, see, it's pretty solid, and you could even, you know, put that on a fire. Also, it wasn't $2.50, it's $3.50. So anyway, still pretty cheap, still a pretty good item. And I was just about to say, you could put that over a fire and heat some water in it if you need be. So I'm going to put this on pause, see if I can get everything shoved in the Oakley backpack, and show you how it looks. So bear with me, people, and we'll see you soon. So hey, I'm back, and everything fits in there almost perfectly, tailor-made. Obviously it hasn't made it any lighter, but everything went in, and there's even a little room to bare. So hold on 1 second if I can do this, and I'm using my little tripod here thing. So I'm trying to get a good angle for you. So in the top here, this was a little bit of a difficult one to do up. It was a little bit sticky, not sticky. As you can see, it is a little bit difficult to get open. But there we are. Let's have a little look in the front. So this thing here, I've put my first aid kit, fire starter. First aid kit's tucked in the back. I got a knife, my torch, and the fire lighters. So this is first aid and fire lighting equipment in this front pouch. And I am going to pause it while I do that one up, and then we'll look in the inside. Okay, so that was that one done up. So we'll get the inside, which is much easier because it's a double zip. And you see I've got plenty of room. So let's get the selfie stick and zoom in here. So without getting anything out, that's all my tent and shelter equipment. I got the spikes, the LED, the tarp, the little mylar tent, and tucked down there are the clips. In the bottom, we've got our rope and our super shelter. Actually, we can tuck that in there. That works even better. We've got our super shelter and our mug, our axe and our knife. In the back there, we have the water coolers, my bowl, the little shovel thing, the candle. I just utilizes that to get the rest of the stuff in mostly. So we've got both of our water containers in there. We didn't have to lose that one. The lantern, my foldable bowl, my foldable mug. And yeah, that's all what is in there. And am I missing something? I think so, but yeah, I managed to get the most of the stuff put into this thing. And then in the very top here, I just got that little wristlet thing, the compass, there's the carbine and my moldy tool. So everything kind of got a little space and was utilized. And I do have a little room to throw in the portable shower, which was something I picked up the other day. So the portable shower, that now also becomes an extended water container. So we've got lots of ways to carry water. We've got enough room to make a little shower, and everything went in the bag that we found. So as I said, everything with the exception of the bag and the heavy duty trash sack came from the dollar store. Now we've got a little bit of something poking up there which I'm not too happy about, so let's just see if we can rearrange that slightly, and I think we can. Yeah, perfect. And that's my bug out bag, people. Nothing glamorous, nothing expensive, no super fancy gadgets. Simple. We don't know how effective it will be, but it certainly is something that you can, if you're willing to have a little look around, put together at your local dollar store. And again, if you are lucky enough to find a fancy backpack like this on the street at no added cost to you, you really can put together a nice little novelty bug out bag. And I say novelty because we may not ever have to use this, and we certainly hope we don't have to use this for any real purpose other than maybe just having some fun at the weekend to see if you can make a tent and stuff out of it and camp out with your little camping utensils that you have inside. So that's it, Thrift Fam. I'm not going to keep you any longer than we have to. This is my last day at work. I have 5 days off, and we are getting ready for 5 nights of live feeds. So I might bring you another little video later today when I get off work, just to tell you how exhausted and how hellish it was. and lead us into the thrift store prepper spring break. So everybody, thanks for watching. It's a ship video production for the thrift store prepper.